If you're looking to enhance your car security and have a peace of mind to make sure that your car is there with the latest GPS technology, then pay close attention. In the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal to you the top three GPS tracking systems that you need to have for your car in 2025. I'm going to show you how it protects your vehicle and you're going to gain valuable insights. This isn't for preventing theft. Get that straight. It's not to prevent theft, but it's to let you know about staying connected to your car and having control. Stay tuned. By the end of this video, you're not only going to know the three GPS trackers of 2025, but you'll know and understand the key features, the benefits, and how to choose the right one for your needs. You're going to gain confidence to make informed decision and take action to safeguard your vehicle. So again, guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Mr. Luke Evan Brooks, and I am the host of Car Share Genius. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. That's the first thing you need to do right now. So we're about to get into it. I'm going to talk about the whole thing. But before we do, I want to let you know that we currently have right now Car Share Genius, the course actually running on sale at this moment. It's going to be a link down below, and this is going to run you through all the things that Car Share Genius does. Car Share Genius is a program that I created many years ago that has helped many students get themselves in the right direction when they started out on Turo. If you're new to Turo and you have no idea what it is, I also have a book called Starting Out on Turo. Very straightforward, right? This book is going to walk you through A to Z. If you have no clue about how to do this thing, what it entails or whatnot, I recommend you go ahead and get this book because you don't want to be doing this in the blind. I've seen so many people going into Facebook looking at all the nightmare stories, and it's like, I wish I coulda, shoulda, woulda. This is going to stop you from there. This is basically what I wrote over the past 3 years to talk about the things that I did good, what I did bad, and how you can avoid making the same mistakes I made in the past and what many people are still making today. You want to know where these two options are going to be at? Go down below for more details down the link below. All right, guys, let's get into it. When it comes to determining which GPS tracker that you need for your vehicles, for your fleet on Turo, you need to look at the 5 things to make that decision. This is going to be accuracy, this is going to be battery power, features, subscription, and ease of use and installation. A lot of people want to know, like, what do you mean, Luke? So let's break this down. Let's go with the first one at the top. Accuracy, or aka real-time information. You need to be able to have a tracker that can pull information, whether it's pushing or pulling, meaning that it's sending you notifications on your phone, or it's giving a text message to your team or whatnot, or you're being able to ping it, meaning that you can pull the information, say, hey, I want to know where this vehicle is at this moment. However you want to take that. The battery life and power options are pretty straightforward. Whether you're using a portable GPS tracker or you're using something that can be installed into your car battery, is very important. It depends on how you want to have your GPS out. Some people don't care. Some people might want to plug it up to the battery. Some might have an OBD sensor. It's up to you on how you look at this. And your features may be like, hey, I need to get tracking information. I need to know how many miles this vehicle drove because I had to do taxes. I need to know what maintenance is coming up. I need to know if there's weather that's going to be impacting people going on trips that I need to warn. It's things like that where people want to know, and much more. Subscription and cost. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. If you're starting out on a fleet and you're trying to figure out, hey, how much is this costing me? You may change your decision. You may say, I don't want to do that. Some plans that I'm about to talk about may impact you. Some might be like, well, bang out for buck, right? But we're going to talk about that. And of course, finally, the ease of use and installation. I already hint on the use of it, but the installation is more important. Is this something that you can do yourself, or do you have to take it to someone who can actually install this professionally for you? And these are the factors that I talk about that's very important. But more importantly, is this: we need to talk about the top three that's out on the market that's really changing people's mindset and it's really getting them going in the direction that they need to go into when they're starting out their fleet. So let's start with the very first one that we're going to talk about is Bouncie, Optimus Tracker, and Zubie. All of them are GPS trackers, but all of them have something different to offer. So they're not going to be all the same features, but this again, we're talking about the best ones that can benefit you. And we're going to go by the numbers on here. The first thing we're going to talk about is Bouncie. This is compact plug and play OB2 device. And with that in mind, you're looking at Bouncie costing about $89 and you're paying a subscription cost of $8. Now the good news about this is that the more Bouncies that you have, the more of a discount you get. So for example, if you get two Bouncies, they're probably going to knock off $2 or $3. And then going forward, I have this for my fleet itself right here, and I can tell you that it's pretty great. With this in mind, I'm able to track speed records. It gives you speed, meaning that, hey, what's the max speed of the trip? You can do historical data, you can do geofencing, you can even track the fuel, how much fuel's in the vehicle, what's the battery level like, what is going on with any engine lights. It would give you the code, literally say, hey, you got an engine light going on. And also you can add in your maintenance. So if you're trying to figure out, hey, what maintenance do I need to actually have in here, you can look at it and it will tell you exactly what you want to put in there. Now, there's some pros, which I already talked about, and I want to add this additionally. When I say real-time update, because we talked about accuracy at the beginning of this, we're talking about every 15 seconds. Every 15 seconds, you will get pings on this. Not meaning that it's going to ring your phone all the time, but you're going to get accurate GPS information because they're running off satellites, right? Cell phone signals, things of that sort right there. It's affordable subscription, real-time updates every 15 seconds, trip history, speed alerts, geofencing, and of course it's easy install because you plug it up in your OBD2 sensor. Okay, so it plugs up in there and you're ready to go. Now we got to talk about the cons. You have to have an OBD2 port. Now, that's not good for hiding, right? If you're trying to hide your sensors, because a customer or guest can always unplug. They can just take it out, put it to the side, and say, well, it keep falling out, right? And you say, well, what the hell? And it's limited to the US. So for my folks that's in France, the folks that are in Canada, the folks in the UK that has Turo, sorry, it's for the US only. Now, who is this best for? It's best for Turo hosts, personal vehicles, and new drivers. But ideally, again, we're talking about Turo hosts itself. So now we're going to talk about Optimus Tracker. This is where you got some options. Unlike Bouncie, you can install this on your battery directly on your car. Or if you don't want to go that way, you want to be neat and covert, meaning that no one's looking, you can actually use a device as small as a GoPro. That's right, they have it where you can recharge it and the charge time lasts up to 3 months. With this in mind, you can get pings every 10 seconds. You have it where you can have it on your phone, whether you want to use it on your Android or whether you want to use it on your computer or your Apple. You could do that with Bouncie too, but the thing that this is what's going to stand out about it is that with Optimus Tracker, it's going to be a little bit more accurate, I think, in my honest opinion, where I had people drive all the way up into the mountains in North Carolina, and I was able to still get a ping off a satellite or a cell phone tower to know exactly where that car was at, compared to having a Bouncy where it's like, okay, if I'm in a area where it's kind of spotty subscription or reception, I'm not able to actually see what they're doing and whatnot. There's some cons, which again, I've told you this was going to be laid out. There's higher subscription costs. You may be looking at about $12 to $14 depending on your area. and they don't do the discounts where you're doing bulk. So let's say you got multiple Optimus trackers, and you say, well, I bought two, can I get a discount? It doesn't work like that. With that being said, about the magnetic one that you can hide anywhere, the portable one, it will need to be charged. If you're not hardwired to the battery, you need this basically to, hey, get it charged. And depending how often you want the ping to be, where when I started off with Turo, I used the wire one and the magnetic one. With the magnetic one, if I didn't ping it every 10 seconds, it will stay out to the furthest. Now that's saying like, what do you mean, Luke? When we're talking about the pinging, we're talking about the pulling, the pushing. You can have it where that information is pushed to you every 10 seconds, like I said, with cost of you depleting the battery on the GPS, the portable one. Now, the solution to that is, hey, I charge it every time the car comes back. Where if you have a big fleet, you ain't gonna have time for that. You not gonna have time if you got 10 cars, 20 cars. You're not gonna be charging these things up like that unless you're gonna go to a battery warehouse or whatnot. The other option is to reduce the amount of pushing. You can always pull the information if you want to know exactly, but with that, it's the cost of knowing every so often how fast they're going. Are they going 100 miles? Because it's not going to catch that speed. Where this every 10 seconds, they're going to catch it. If you stretch it out to 1 minute, it's not going to catch it. They went 110 miles per hour in that 1 minute. They're just going to wait to the next ping and be like, okay, they're back at 89 or whatever. So something to think about. Now, this again, this is good for fleet vehicles. And this is really good for theft protection too. And you say, what do you mean? Because if you have something hidden, like the battery, no one's thinking about going to the battery, or no one's thinking about looking inside the car to see if there's some type of tracker. You can really find your car if something goes wrong. So it's something to think about. Zubie. Right now, I just installed Zubie on my vehicle. I had it for a few months. This is what happened to the Ford Fusion before. So right now, I'm looking at Zubie here. I don't know if you can see that, guys. And I can actually show the health of the vehicle. This actually shows you the tires. What's the tire pressure in this vehicle? What's the odometer? I automatically put it in there. I thought I had to put that in there. That's something that Bouncy will not do. And I will say this too, with Optimus, it will not track the mileage for you. It doesn't require it. It goes off a different type of data right there. It would tell me the voltage, which Bouncy would do too, and then you can program your maintenance. This is similar to Bouncy. You can do geofencing, you can send out reports. It would tell you exactly what the speed is like. It would show you if the drive is in progress. It will give you everything that you need as far as like on one page, versus on Bouncy, you got to go through different buttons to get to that. That's something that I really like. This also ties into Tint having a discount for your insurance. So if you're ever thinking about going to Tint Insurance, where there is a link down in the description, you can actually see, hey, they want you to have this as a preferred tracker. Unlike Bouncy, unlike Optimus, this is how they track your vehicle to make sure that you're staying on time with what they're requesting you to do, which is, hey, I don't want you to go over 300 miles. I want you to use this vehicle only for business purposes only. And if you want to know more about that, it's going to be down below in the description about that video that I made about the insurance with Tint. On top of that, we're talking about maintenance alerts already that was mentioned. We're talking about integrations with Turo, which is already mentioned. And on top of that, when I say integrations, meaning that Turo wants you to do this too. They offer a discount as well for getting this. I got this underneath the description of $9.99 a month. Not to buy it all out, like you have to buy out Bouncy, you have to buy out Optimus. This is a monthly payment of $9.99, and the subscription's already included in there. So that don't mean that, hey, I bought a device and that's it. It's basically telling me I only have to pay $9.99 and it's covered. As long as I have the device, we're good to go. Now, people might say this. They might say, wait a minute, this sounds crazy. What's the con? Well, that one's going to have the highest cost if you think about it, but it gives you more things. It gives you more information about your vehicle, and it's more real time than anything. I didn't mention about this, about every 3 seconds on this one. It's a little bit more complex than Bouncy, as I told you before, but you have an overlay. And this is really good for Turo power users, meaning power hosts. If you got a large fleet and you want to implement it where you want to just pull up that one fleet or 2 fleets or 3 fleets, if you got fleets like that, hundreds of fleets out there, right? You will be able to pull your information just like that. So it's something to think about. So let's do a comparison cost here. Let's look at it here. Let's pull up the comparison for the features for all three, and we'll break it down here. Overall install, again, Bouncy OBD2, Optimus Tracker, magnetic portable, or you can plug it in, as they say, and Zubie OBD2. Real-time updates, 15 seconds with Bouncy, 10 seconds with Optimus. Zubie, it varies, and the reason why it varies is because depending on where you at, it's bouncing off the tower. All of them are going off towers, but it depends on who is providing it. Is it Verizon? Is it AT&T? Is it another company out there that they're pinging off of? It depends. For me, I'm getting every 3 seconds, and I live in Charlotte, North Carolina, or my car's actually in Charlotte, North Carolina, while I am in Bahrain. You want to know more? Check this out. Now available, my book Starting Out on Turo, a comprehensive beginner's guide if you're brand new to Turo and want a complete A to Z road book. My book Starting Out on Turo is essential. Some of the things you're going to avoid: costly mistakes. Learn the common pitfalls new hosts learn every day, and you can avoid them, saving time and money, all in this book. Fast track your success. I packed years of experience into this book to help you launch your Turo business quickly and efficiently. Bonus resources and templates. This book also includes exclusive resources and templates to streamline your operations to maximize your profits. Get this book today. You can get started on Turo down in the link down below in the description. Ready to take your Turo host to the next level? Sign up for a Car Share Genius Masterclass. Learn the advanced strategies to maximize your earnings and minimize hassle. Now, this is going to take you to the next level. We're talking about seriously scaling your Turo business and achieving financial freedom. I invite you to join my Car Share Genius Masterclass. Beyond the basics, while the book gives you a strong foundation, the masterclass dives deeper into advanced strategies for optimizing your listings, automating your operations, and building a profitable fleet. Community support is there. You also gain access to exclusive community of Turo hosts, networking, getting support, and accelerate your growth. Limited offer today. You got to jump on this today. This is very important. You got to jump on it because, guys, this is not going to stay around. Prices are already jumped up previously last quarter. You need to enroll right now. If you're serious about doing something, do something today by enrolling in Car Share Genius Masterclass and transform your Turo business today. All right, guys. So we're looking at driver behavior alerts. Yes, you can see who's hard braking. You can see who is speeding. You can see all types of stuff going on. If they're idling, all that stuff, all that goes across the board, all of them. I can get all alerts. I get alerts with those. Fleet support. Fleet support, not available for Bouncy. Optimus, you can get it, but you're going to have to contact them, email them. Zubie, they got your back. I've used them before when I had a faulty Zubie starting off. Remember, I was talking about I had this for a long time with the Ford Fusion. They came back, said, hey, we'll send it to you right away. They sent it to me right away, and we're up and going, as you see with the vehicle that I showed you previously here. Turo integration, meaning that, hey, does Turo play with this one? Okay, Bouncy, no. Optimus, no. Zubie, yes. Zubie, basically a subscription plan. Subscription flexibility. How flexible is it? Can I pay monthly? Can I go higher? Bouncy is monthly. Optimus, you have options to pay monthly, semi-annually, annually. It depends on how you do. The more you go, the more they get benefits on that. Now, is that for every one of them? That's a group package? No, it's not. That's for each unit itself. So if you got a GPS that plugs up into the battery, you got one that's portable, they got their own plans. So you got to take that into consideration. With Bouncy, they're going to actually show you how to have all this bunched up together, which gives you a greater discount at the end. With Zubie, it's monthly or annually. The choice is yours on that. Which one will you choose? So, going down the list here, if you look for the best value overall, it's going to be Bouncy because they got so much variety. They give you the discounts, they give you the maintenance. It's easy to use or whatnot. But if you're looking for best to convert use, meaning that they give you more statistical data, if you're really trying to get down into the weeds of everything, parking, moving, speed, all that stuff, Optimus Tracker, all the way down. For the best for the fleet or for business itself is Zubie because they're already in link with Turo, they're already in link with Tent. You're gonna get discounts in the long run, ultimately at the end. Now, how do I make this decision? I would say this: it needs to be based off your visibility needs, meaning that what is more important to you? Are you on a budget? Do you need more information to your vehicle? Are you trying to scale a certain way? That's what's going to ultimately matter because you might jump in and say, well, I just want to go with Bouncy. But then you're growing a 20 or 50 or 100 car fleet. Is that going to be realistic for you? Where if something goes wrong, you're trying to get support, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to go through some hoops. Or would you ultimately want to switch over? Because if you switch over a high number, meaning that, hey, I want to go to Zubie, I got 20 cars, you're going to be paying. I'm telling you. But if you can handle it, go for it. Now, you're going to ask this question too. Which one do you have, Luke? I have all three. I actually got a fourth one called Track Call, and we're gonna talk about that in a later video. That one is the one that's gonna show you how to kill cars on a dime, and I'm gonna show you more information on. But if you want to know more, it's down in the description about that type of GPS tracker. I will tell you this: the reason why I have all three is because I am from the U.S. Navy. That's right. And one thing, if anyone's been in the Navy, and they've been on a ship like I have, we always have added redundancy. Meaning that if one GPS fails, I have another one. Now you're saying to yourself, well, isn't that expensive? It depends what you call expensive. I think for me to have a peace of mind, peace of security, not stressing out, hey, why does GPS go out? I don't know where this car is at. It's worth it. It's been times where customers claim that the GPS just happened to fall out or they actually broke it because I don't want no one to track me. They're not thinking that you having multiple GPSs. There's some vehicles that have three GPSs and they don't even know they're driving it. And to me, I think that's the best way. So if you lose one thing or something goes out, you got something that's a backup. Now, ultimately, you may not need all those things, but if you're starting out and you want to have peace of mind, peace of security, you can go with it. You may say, hey, I just want to go with a low end plan on Bouncy, but I love Optimus because I can just throw the magnetic clip in there and it's literally small as a GoPro. I feel safer home, not waking up every second. Because when I started off, I used to pop up all the time thinking, wait a minute, what's going on with this car? What's going on? Because you see people speeding, you see people doing different things, and you say, hey, it's all the same day. But when you have customers playing around with the GPS devices, such as plugging it in to the OBD, right? Plugging Bouncy, plugging Zubie in there, they think, oh, to take those down, we can just say it just fell out during the trip. And I'm telling you, how customers always do that. I don't want to be tracked. I don't want to be tracked. They're thinking all things, but that's another story. But to me, ultimately, you definitely want to have added redundancy when you start them. And then let a year go by. If you say, okay, everything seems normal, you may not want to have that no more. I might not want to have that subscription with Bouncy, or I may not want to have a subscription with Optimus. You actually have that say so because you have the data to back it up. Now, this is going to vary depending on where you live. The cars are in Charlotte. That's where the headquarters are at. And I live in Bahrain. So for me, I feel comfortable with it because of how I've been brought up and how I've seen things and how I function with having added redundancy. You don't have to do that, but that's just what I see and what I feel strongly is the best option for added security and peace of mind. What's the key takeaways from this? Let me tell you, the key takeaways is that you got to know what fits you the best. How long are you going to be doing Turo? Or are you going to go private ultimately? Bouncie is the most cost effective and very simple to use. Optimus offers flexibility and portability. Zubie is strong for business focused solutions. So that means, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to just do private. You can. But ultimately, what matters the most to you when it comes to cost, visibility, and features? So, guys, feel free to ask questions about your situation in regards to GPS. What GPS system that you think will be the best for you? Or do you have something else outside of what I mentioned? Again, guys, I thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and don't forget to check out these videos right over here. You don't want to miss out. This is going to be worth everything that we talk about. Again, guys, my name is Mr. Luke Evan Brooks, and I'll see you next time. Take care.